It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go play action on 1st. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
and 6 coming up here. They'll throw it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Throwing it again here. That pass is caught by Wandale Robinson. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. Finds his man Gray. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Daniels throwing on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. The Commanders ready for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And it'll be Giants football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. He finds Neighbors right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Play action on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
2nd and 10 now. On the move, headed right. He's on the move. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw it. Finds his target, Robinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They bring their tight end left. 4th and inches, but they're going to throw for it. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders at a deficit. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Going run again with McCaffrey. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Going to the ground again on first. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 13. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Running back sent in motion left. Escapes out to the left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Daniels now. Getting out to his left. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Schrader's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone, so it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing it just before halftime. Cut out left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock, but with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. From the 34. Caught by Theo Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back now, pressure on its way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Third and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Again, left side to McCaffrey. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. He's going to throw this one into the hands of Neighbors. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Here's a throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll send him over right. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. The Giants have the ball, and they have work to do to save their playoff run. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He completes it in traffic. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Gano ready to send this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they wrap him up after a short push to the 42. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 42. Buys time, rolling right. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Gray, the motion man right. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Escapes the pocket. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Giants down by only 3. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Brought in right side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Sending a receiver left. Back to throw. Complete out to the right. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Washington calls it second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Setting up to pass. Looking for someone. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now with 2 seconds left, we've got whistles and we've got a timeout. And up next, you'd assume a field goal trying to force overtime. This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. This is a chip shot from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And in the final moments, they force overtime. Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, things work a little bit different, and we know that some folks have been confused by this. So both teams guaranteed 1 possession regardless of who wins the coin toss here. And if after those 2 drives we're still tied, then an entire season comes down to who can score first. Two teams giving all they have to make it to the NFC Championship. How fun is this, Brock? A great game continues as they kick it away in overtime. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running back, motioning right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Terry McLaurin, and it sets up 2nd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
The give here on 2nd. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's caught for the first. On the move, past the 40. Hits the 20. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders break the tie and go up by 6. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. A big play at the biggest moment of their season, partner, and now they're a stop away from getting this postseason win.
They can all breathe a little bit easier after that. You cannot come off that field empty-handed to start overtime. And with the season coming down to the next series, all the momentum is on their sideline and the pressure squarely on their opponent.
The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Chased out to his right. He just throws this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They're throwing it. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Looking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. All right, Brock, we're at the ultimate do-or-die points here. Get the 1st down, or it all comes to a close.
I live for moments like these. If this were the regular season, remember, this game would already be over with the touchdown, but it's the playoffs, and they got a shot to answer, and they need to find an answer now, or they can start making their draft plans.
Here in overtime, 4th down, and the offense is out there. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Neighbors with a catch. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. To score this as a win for the Commanders. And that was the type of game you can only hope for in the postseason, Brock. A couple of deserving teams laying it all out there. And they were finally able to get the win and keep their playoffs going. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.